Hi guys, welcome back to podcast. So for today's video, I will be reviewing this model. So what I got here is the Tarmac Works RWB 997 and in this very interesting green color. And as you might have noted that this model is the exclusive event model for the IDE or the Indonesia Diecast Expo 2025, and it was based off the actual car that was lived here in Indonesia. So it was owned by Bakajin. You could search him on the Instagram. He owns this RWB 997 with this particular green color, and Tarmac decided to kind of like make a smaller scale for the actual car. And here it is, the RWB 997, and it was called the Tsubasa, the RWB 997 Tsubasa, which we are going to look closer later. But for now, as usual, I will talk about the packaging first. So the model itself was sold at the event in the IDE, but I was fortunate to kind of like receive this model from the giveaway that Tarmac Works did on their Instagram live before the event held. So I got this one earlier, but I'm still I still kind of like have time to review this model after the event, so it doesn't really matter. But for the event, they have a hologram sticker for the event itself, the IDE, while I don't have any because this one came straight from the Tarmac headquarters in Hong Kong. So yeah, the packaging itself is this one. They have this outer paper box with this closed one with no openings to see the model. So at the front you could see the Tarmac Works logo, the RWB, and the artwork itself for the RWB 997. And also on the side you could see this is the logo of Bakajin, the B, and then the special edition, and then the Tarmac Works RWB, the social media. And I've already opened this model, so it's not actually sealed. So now we are going to open the model. And oh, by the way, I forgot to show you what's underneath. So as you can see, this is the event exclusive for the IDE, the 12th event of the IDE. And then there is the Toy Maniacs, where the distributor of the Tarmac Works here in Indonesia, as well as the RWB licensing. Of course, this is a licensed product. Then that's the model name, the RWB 997 Green Special Edition. And now we are going to open the model. And there's nothing else inside. So this is what the model looks like. Outside of the packaging, let me zoom in first. Right there. So let's talk about the base itself. The base itself is pretty much the same one as the other Tarmac Works model, but as you look right here, I've already asked Mr. Bakajin to sign my my Tarmac Works model, obviously the base itself. So this was already signed by Mr. William from the Bakajin as the owner of this model. And yeah, that is pretty much about the base. You could see the model name, the RWB 997, the Tarmac Works Special Edition, and there is nothing much except for the logo for the Bakajin on the back of the base. Nothing else. So yeah, let's talk about the model starting from the front. So this is pretty much like the other regular Tarmac Works RWB 997, but this one has a special edition with special paint that reflects the actual car that was on display on Tarmac Works booth at the IDE. And yeah, starting from the front, you could see the very standard plastic headlights, as well as this lower blinker for the plastic blinker. And then you could also see that they have this what do you call this, the inner or the air intakes, which is also a separate part. And then you could see the hood pin and also the Porsche badge on the hood, which is also a 3D print. I mean the photo etch one. So as you can see, there is some texture over there. And then at the front you have this canard right here, and then this separate parts for the front lift or the bumper. And then moving on to the side, you have this the 5-spoke wheels. I think this one resembles the Workmeister S1 that was usually used for an RWB cars. And then you could also see the idlers tire lettering, which is pretty nice, as well as the yellow disc brakes behind the wheels. Wait, I need to kind of like make this focus so you can see that the disc brakes and the calipers. And then moving on to the side, we have the same one. And you may have noticed this very strange looking thing on the rear fender. So the actual car is based on the 997 Turbo, which has an air intakes. And for my model, for my RWB 997, the Tsubasa, my friend added these added decals for to kind of like resemble the air intakes on the 997 Turbo, which Tarmac Works casting doesn't have. So yeah, this is an additional details that my friend did for my car, for my model. But the actual or the factory one doesn't have this one. So yeah. Moving on to the back side, so we have the 997 tail lights right there, but pretty much there is nothing much to see on the back because we have no emblems or whatsoever on the back except for these beautiful quad exhaust pipes in chrome. And what else about the interior? So the interior is done to replicate the actual car itself, with this very kind of like brown or orange interior that is like the actual car. And then if you look at the rear window, you could see a few sponsors, obviously the Royal Griff Jakarta and the Porsche, and this one is, I don't really know, I can't really see the details of the top one. And then if you look at the back, you could also see that they have this body colored roll cage that was also replicated perfectly to the actual car. And then about the interior again, let's see if I can make this focus. So you could see the interior itself has a pretty nice details, as well as on the speedometer, which is pretty cool to see. Then you could also see the Porsche logo on the steering wheel. And then let's see the bucket seats. Oh, the bucket seats is just a plain black plastic. And then what else? You could also see the Royal windshield banner at the front. And what else? I think that is pretty much it about this model. Yeah, this is a really nice model, even though it's not technically 100% accurate to the real car. But I think this is a very nice replica from Tarmac Works for the RWB 997 Tsubasa that was owned by Mr. William from the Bakajin in Indonesia. So yeah, I think that's about it for these videos, and thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye.